All right. So you all have been talking about time, correct?
Yes.
What is time? Yes, Zion, what is time? You said what? Time shows you when you get here. When you wake up, okay. You do have a wake up time. You do have a wake up time, yes.
A bedtime.
You have a bedtime and a morning time. So something that you do in the morning happens when? During what?
AM.
During AM. And something that happens in the evening happens when?
PM.
During PM. So what we're going to do today is review some of the things that y'all have already been talking about. So we're going to tell and write time to the nearest minute and measure elapsed time, which you all have also been doing, right? In intervals, solving word problems involving addition and subtraction. Excuse me. We are also going to use a number line and some diagrams to represent time on a clock face as well. So, our standards of mathematical practice, we're going to make sense of the problems and persevere in solving them. You're going to be asked to make an estimate and to construct some arguments. You're going to model using the sample clocks that we have and communicate what it is you are learning as we go through. Now, elapsed time is the amount of time that has passed between one time and another time. So, we come to school at what time? 7:45-ish, right? We get out of school at what time? 3:15. So the time between when we arrive at school, or our start time at 7:45, and the time that we end school, which today is Friday, don't we get out at 1?
No, 3.
Oh, full day. So the time that is between 7:45 and 3:15 is called the what? The elapsed time. The elapsed time. So these are some symbols that we're going to use today. These are some things that can be seen when you're in the sky. How many of you have ever been in the sky? You've ever been in the sky? You've been in an airplane? Raise your hand if you've been in the airplane. Okay. So some of you, when you were in the airplane, did you see any mountains? Any hills? Any rocks? No rocks? Rocks are kind of hard to see from up in the sky, but we're going to use these. We're going to use these symbols today. So our what shape is going to represent a mountain? A triangle. Our hill is going to be represented by a large half circle, and the rocks are going to be represented by a smaller half circle. And you'll see it again because it's going to appear on the next page. So let's look. How much time elapsed between 2:15 and 4:22? I want you to think about it. How can I show how much time elapsed between 2:15 and 4:22 using these symbols? Yes. Ooh, I love to see those brains working. I see some counting. What you think, Walter? 2 hours and 7 minutes?
Yes.
Agree?
Yes.
Agree? You sure?
Yes.
How'd you figure that out, Walter? Come show me. Let's draw a mountain. So a mountain, if we start at 2:15, give me a big old mountain. Oh, did it work? All righty. So that's going to take me to what time? A mountain represents 1 hour, so that is now what time?
3:15.
3:15, okay? And we're trying to get to 4:22. We got a long way to go. Ooh, okay. He drew another hour, so now what time is it? It is now 4:15. So far, our elapsed time is what? Just looking at our symbols, our elapsed time is what? 2 hours, all right? And we're trying to get to 4:22. So we're at oops, okay. So let's see. I need an explanation. I don't know what he did. Oh. So let me see what I observe. I observe Walter skip counting by ones. Walter, I am impressed. All right, Walter, good job, Walter. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. So here's my question, Walter. I love the way that you did that. I'm wondering if, let's see, this is
1 hour.
1 hour,
2 hours.
2 hours, and each one of these represents 1 minute. So 2 hours, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and that takes me to 4:22. I love the way that you did that. However, please put those away. I love the way that you did that. However, I wonder, is there another way that we could have done it? Because you did it. Is there another way that it could have been done? Dontavius, is there another way that it could have been done? Let's see. And you can just do it above where he did it. Whatever you would have changed, don't write over what he did, just change it. You can use a different color.
So on the hills, you choose like
Whatever you want to do. So, well, he already did it, so I wouldn't undo what he did. I would leave what he did, and I would choose a different color, and I would write above what he did, so that we can look at both of your ideas. Yeah. So that's. So you agree with the 2 hours?
Yes.
The 2 hours elapsed time? Y'all agree? Okay.
10 minutes.
It represents 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 30 minutes, whichever one you choose.
10 minutes.
So you want to go from, no, you kept the 2 hours. So you're now at 2 hours and 10 minutes? What y'all think?
No. I kept.
You kept the,
4:15, 4:25.
4:20, y'all agree?
No.
Why not? Why not?
He said 4:25.
Uh-huh. Juan, come up and help him out. No, listen.
Because the time supposed to be 4:22, not 4:25.
Oh yeah.
Oh, high five, Juan. I love that thinking. So, because he has a choice, right?
I would change that.
This doesn't have to represent 10 minutes. It can represent how many minutes?
5.
It can represent 5 minutes, okay? So we're now at 2 hours and
And 20 minutes. Oh,
Okay.
Can I?
so 2 hours. Okay, let's go back because I think we may have just kneel down real quick. Just kneel down right there real quick. So 2:15 to 3:15 is 1 hour. I'm gonna do it with the P. 2:15 to 3:15, that's 1 hour. 3:15 to 4:15 4:15 is 1 hour. Dontavius chose to use this as 5 minutes. So 4:15 plus 5 minutes is what?
420.
It's 4:20. So Dontavius and Juan, finish it out for us. What do we need to do next?
The rock.
Oops. You gonna do what? What do you want to add?
The rock.
Ooh.
I was gonna do that.
Same.
So this went from 4:15 to 4 what?
20.
4:20, and then this went to 4:21, and then this was 4:22. Dontavius and Juan, guys, give them a hand clap. Great job. So our elapsed time total is how long again? 2 hours.
7 minutes.
2 hours, 7 minutes. You guys did a great job with that.
Or 2 minutes. 2 hours, 7 minutes.
2 hours and
7 minutes. Same thing.
Yeah, same thing, right? Same thing. Chelsea, feet down, please. All right, let's move on. So, please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Gotta get strapped in. Oh, you have a window seat? Okay, window seat. I like sitting on the aisle. But if you have a window seat, you can peek out the window and see all of the what? All of the mountains and where can you see the rocks when you're in the sky? Zealand said on top of the mountains. Seatbelts?
Yes.
Seatbelts?
Yes.
She's going to sleep, but we didn't take our flight yet. She's about to take her nap. All right. So let's look over some vocabulary. Because a few of my friends raised hands and said you've been in the sky before, right? Y'all kind of looked at me like, what you mean have I been in the sky? Like the birds? Have you been in the sky on a flight? So these are some of the terms, and we're going to go over the definitions and the words in a sentence. So a flight is a trip on an airplane. So a sentence, our flight to New York is in the morning. Have you ever been to New York? It is one of my favorite places. It's absolutely beautiful.
Hawaii though.
All right, wonderful. Our next term is what?
Airline.
Airline. A company that flies airplanes and takes people to different places. Delta is an airline. Our next term is
Airplane.
airplane. Our definition is a vehicle that flies in the sky and carries people. We rode an airplane to visit Grandma last summer. Our next term is the next term is depart or depart. Depart or leave when the airplane goes away or starts the trip. That is when you depart or leave. Our sentence, the plane will depart when? At 2 p.m. Our next term, arrive or land. When the airplane gets to the place you're going. So you depart one place and you arrive or land in another. We will arrive at 4 p.m.
So that's 2 hours.
I love that. 2 hours elapsed time. Get it, Juan. Travel, journey, or trip. And those words can kind of be used interchangeably. Going from one place to another. Our trip to Florida was fun. I did hear somebody say they went to Hawaii, so I bet your trip to Hawaii was fun. And if you've been to Florida, that was fun. Schedule and itinerary. A list of times and places for your trip. So our sentence, the schedule shows when we leave and arrive. So these are some terms that we are going to use in addition to our elapsed time terms, okay? Let's get it. Let's take flight. Are we ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
So you guys are on a plane. You're on a plane. You see mountains. You see hills, you see rocks. These are actually snow-capped mountains. You see how there's snow at the top?
Yes.
But I have a question. Where are you going?
Mexico.
Juan said he's going to Mexico. Where you going, Jada? Jada said she's going to Africa. Now, Davis, where you going?
Alaska.
You going to Alaska?
Not in real life, but
Okay. Where you going, man? New York. Where you going, Angelia? China. Sonny, where you going, girl? Mexico. Juan and y'all might be on the same flight. Where you going, Maya? Hawaii. You going back to Hawaii? Where you going, Kaylee?
Korea.
Korea. What about you, Zena? Florida. Justin? Bahamas. Brandon, where? Italy. Brandon, that's where I want to go. Cameron, what about you? Nigeria. Last one. Chelsea, where you headed? You want to New Orleans? Girl, the food in New Orleans is amazing. So, for the purposes of this activity today, we are traveling from ATL to LGA. And those are what we call airport codes. So when a plane, you'll have something called a boarding pass, and on your boarding pass, it tells you where you're starting and where you're going. So the airport codes for where we are departing is ATL, and the airport code for where we are going is LGA, and this is LaGuardia. Say LaGuardia. And New York actually has a couple of airports. There's another one that's called Kennedy. We're not flying into Kennedy, we're flying into LaGuardia. LaGuardia's airport is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What do you think ATL stands for? ATL is for Atlanta. For Hartsfield, LGA stands for LaGuardia, and ATL stands for Atlanta. Those are the airport codes. Those are the airport codes.
This said Georgia is New York.
Ohio.
Atlanta is a city, Georgia is a state, LaGuardia is the name of the airport, and New York is the state. Okay, can we move on?
Yes.
Alrighty, so this is what's called a flight plan. What do you notice and what do you wonder when you take a look at that flight plan? What do you notice and what do you wonder? Jalea, what do you notice?
It shows you where to start. It shows you where the departing is.
It shows you what?
Wait, it shows you where you're starting and where you're leaving. Wait, no, it shows you where you're starting and where you're landing.
Okay, so it shows us our departure and our arrival location. So our departure is where?
ATL.
Our departure is ATL, and we will be arriving where?
LGA.
LGA, and that airport code stands for what? LaGuardia. All right, thank you for your contribution. Neve, what do you notice or wonder? You see what? Where do you see time? What do you see? Okay, so I see two different times. So what do you see at the bottom? What do we see? You said 34 minutes. 34 minutes represents what? Time in flight. What do you think that means?
How long you been in the plane?
What, Jalea?
How long you have been in the plane?
So we've been on the flight for how long? 34 minutes. What else do you notice? You know what? I'll go ahead and make this in just to make it consistent with what we have. So in flight for 34 minutes. What else do you notice? Or what do you wonder? What else do you notice, Dontavius?
It says altitude.
33,000. Do you know what that means?
33,000. So you go
33,000 feet.
feet
Do
in the
you
air.
know what that means?
In the air.
You are way way up in the air.
Can you touch the sun?
Oh, I don't think you're gonna be that far. You'll be 33,000 feet in the air. So what that means is when you look out of the window,
You see clouds.
when you look out of the window at 33,000 feet, you're probably going to see clouds. You can see the sun, you can see the moon, but you are not close to it, okay? 33,000 feet in the air is very, very, very high. So we are 33,000 feet in the air. Alrighty. What else do you notice or wonder?
Time maybe is 1 hour and 5 minutes.
So we have, 1 hour and 5 minutes. Huh. I'm curious. We've been in flight for 34 minutes. And so I want you to look at it. Make some more observations. Tell me what you see. Make sure I have. What else do you see? You say what?
It's operated by Delta Airlines.
Operated by Delta Airlines. Okay. Operated by Delta Airlines. I will tell you guys that Delta Airlines is the only airline that I will fly. It is the only airline that I will fly. Yes, Maya.
It's showing us when they get you talking about when it says February, May 9th, 2025. That's just Friday.
It shows. So what do you think that represents?
What time the flight is on? I mean,
What do you think that represents?
What's the flight got?
What day the flight is?
Okay, so Friday, May 9th, so the date of travel, all right, that makes sense. The date of travel is May 9th, what year? 2025, so have we made this trip yet?
No.
Not yet, because we haven't gotten to May yet. Yes, Zealand.
Why would you only want to ride a Delta airline?
That's my preference. It's just a preference.
Do you have to pay a lot of money for that?
Most flights. So now we're getting into the what we wonder. That's what it sounds like, right? We're getting into what we wonder. So one of the questions that I heard was why. He's wondering why I only fly Delta. It's just a personal preference. It's just a personal preference. Like some people will only wear Nikes if that's their personal preference. I like Delta Airlines because I have a lot of benefits with them. And then I heard another question about the price. So I can tell you, how about this? Let's look it up. Let's look it up right now and see what a flight would cost us. I'm going to look up a flight from where?
ATL.
From ATL to. All right, so I'm going to go on my Delta app and I'm going to book ATL to LGA and I'm going to see how much a flight would cost. Let's see, I want a round trip flight and I appreciate. Let's see how much a flight on May 9th would be. Oh, I appreciate those of you whose hands are in your lap and you are listening. Let's see. What do you think? You tell me how much you think a flight might cost. What do you think a flight would cost, Juan?
$1,000.
You think $1,000? Juan, what about you? $1,200, I. $1,300, Brandon.
Oh, 200.
200, Chelsea. 500, let's see.
523.
The flight is actually,
564.
this is interesting. We can fly from Atlanta to LaGuardia on Friday, May 9th for $257.
Oh, I was gonna say that's cheap.
So, I would like to ask you guys a question.
Why do you always do this?
I would like to ask you guys a question. Okay, well, I can wait. I can wait. I can wait. I can wait. I don't have a problem waiting at all. Not at all. Is there anything else that we wonder? Nothing else that we wonder?
Yes.
Yes, Dontavius, what else are you wondering?
So, if let's just say, if you go to ATL and you want to go to LGA, LGA, when you go there and wait, if you don't like the trip, if you go back, if you want to come back, will they refund you?
Will they refund your money?
Yeah.
Flights are pretty much non-refundable. They're non-refundable. So look, there's some questions that we need to ask though. There's some questions that we need to ask. Oops, let me turn this off. There's some questions that we need to ask. Do we know what time the flight started?
Yes.
We do?
Yes.
No.
We don't know what time it started. Do we know what time it ends?
Yes.
We do?
1 hour.
What time does it end?
In 1 hour and 39 minutes. In 1 hour. 34. 39.
So we know that.
It's
What else do we know? What do we know here? Can we answer any of these questions?
Yes. No.
We can't answer any of these questions?
Yes, the last one. The
Uh-oh.
elapsed time is 1 hour and 5 minutes. No.
The elapsed time is 1 hour and 5 minutes?
The flight is an hour and 39 minutes. No. The flight has 1 hour and 5 minutes left.
The flight has 1 hour and 5 minutes left.
Yes.
What else do we know? We know that the flight has been in
Therefore, 34 minutes.
been in flight for 34 minutes. So this is what I would like for you to do. I would like for you all to create a problem for me. Because what you need to be able to tell me is what would our starting time and our ending time be? If we have been in flight for 34 minutes and we have 1 hour and 5 minutes left, can we tell how long the flight is total?
Yeah.
We can, right? So after you find out how long it's been in flight total, I want you to tell me what time the flight starts and ends. And that's something that you all are going to be able to make up on your own, okay? So let me go ahead and let's see. Where is our,
Where's the S sign?
where did it go?
It's right there.
Oh, here it is. That's what I was looking for. Sorry, guys. Let us look at our groups real quick. So we're going to have a digital group. We're going to have an hourglass group. And we're going to have an analog group. So our digital group, Jalea, Juan, Zealand, Kaylee, Walter, Dontavius, please take 2 whiteboards and 2 markers and go to an area. Grab, I would say grab 3 clocks from over there as well. Find an area. They already have them, guys. They already have them. Just put them down. Zealand, they already have 2. Thank you so much. Our hourglass group. I just need you to have a total of 3 clocks. I just need you to have a total of 3. Dontavius has 3. Please go find an area. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. The next group, the hourglass group. Brandon, Chelsea, Austin, Soraya, Cameron, and Danielle. So, based on what just happened, I am going to assign Chelsea to be the person to get the 2 whiteboards, Brandon be the person to get the 3 clocks. And then your group can go to this area over here. Our analog group, Jada, Neve, Johnny, Justin, Zion, and Maya. Maya, I would ask you to get the whiteboards. Zion, I would ask you to get the clocks. And you all may stay here. And once you get to your area, I'll wait so that I can give the next set of instructions. Brandon, slide up for me, please. Thank you. Is everyone in their group?
Yes.
So I am now going to go back so that you all can see. I will write the instructions. Oops. No, that's not what I need. That's not what I need. So, again, let's think about the information that we know. Let's think about the information that we know. We know that we have been, if it decides to work, there we go. Let's think about the information that we know. We know that the flight has 34 minutes left. We know that we have been in flight for 1 hour and 5 minutes. 1 hour and 5 minutes. So now I need you all to tell me how long the flight is, and based on how long the flight is, what time could the flight have started and what time will the flight end? 1 second, please.
You got it backwards.
What?
It's going to be 1 hour. It's going to be 1 hour and 5 minutes left. Tell the time to make it 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we sure did. Thank you for that. Thank you for correcting that. The flight has 1 hour, 5 minutes remaining, and we've been in flight 34 minutes. So, working with the people in your group, you all are going to tell me what the total time is. So that's how long the flight is, what time the flight started, and what time the flight ended. Now, what I am also coming around to do is bring each group a number line and some pencils so that you all can chart it out. So here you go. Here are 3 number lines and 3 pencils. Here are 3 number lines and 3 pencils to assist you all with figuring it out. 3 number lines, 3 pencils. Let's see. I wonder what group is going to. So if that's what time you say that it started, then you will also be able to tell me the time that's left. So we need to find out when the flight started. We are going to find out when the flight ends. Well, I shouldn't say find out because you all are actually creating it. You're creating the problem. So you're going to determine when the flight starts and when it ends. And what we know is
Go, I'm reading the question.
So I'm wondering,
When I run 5 minutes,
okay, so let me ask a question. Let me ask a question just to kind of help some of our friends get started. Can you use the information that you already have to determine something?
Yes.
Lon, what can we use the information that we already have to determine?
You can use the information that we have to fight how the flight was.
How long the flight is? You think that's a good starting place?
Yeah.
I think that's a good starting place. If we first determine how long the flight is, then you can create the starting and the ending time, right? Based on elapsed time. So, I think the first thing, based on what Juan said, which I think is a fabulous idea, is to determine how long the flight is.
1 hour 5 minutes.
I think that's how long we have left.
It's 1 hour.
But we've been in flight for 34 minutes. So, is there something that we can do with those two numbers?
Yes.
What can we do with those two numbers? We can what? So what numbers are you adding?
34 minutes and 5 minutes.
1 hour and 5 minutes plus 34 minutes. So what do you guys add? Oh, I love what I see. I love what I see. So it has 1 hour and 5 minutes left. And it's been in flight for 34 minutes. So if we put those two times together, putting together means we're performing what operation? We're adding, okay? It has 1 hour and 5 minutes left. You tell me. Yes.
That's what it is to 1 hour and 39 minutes.
They said it's not.
Yes, it is.
I'm trying to tell you that. She said it's trying to start. What's 5 minutes? It started
But you have to
out the
find the total time, right?
No, if you slap her,
Flight lasts
with
for
her, she's gonna slap
1 hour and how long? You're right. No, it's been in flight for 34 minutes. There's 1 hour and 5 minutes left. So when you put those two times together. Yes. 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 You got that part correct. Yes. You got that part correct. That is the total flight time. So since that is the total flight time, can you now come up with the time that it starts and ends? Oh, guys, Miss Johnson is here. Hey, Miss Johnson. So we will finish. We can finish this a little later. Thank you guys for your time and attention.